K-pop is a little too obsessed with high notes and it's doing everyone a disservice. Okay, that's enough. I think you get the point. The high note obsession isn't naturally exclusive to K-pop. However, it is very well represented in the industry. And this phenomenon comes with its own set of problems and consequences. Is there anything we as fans and music consumers can do to change it? Do we even need to? Is the high C really worth it? Let's explore. The perception of high notes being especially impressive in singing isn't too surprising really. The human auditory system is most sensitive in a range from around B4 to B6. The range is of course approximate, but it starts around and ends around. So notes within this range tend to be more attention grabbing. It is a sweet spot that attracts the audience especially well. High notes are often associated with power, intense emotion, tension, passion, creating a sense of drama, signalizing the climax in a song. Our ears are used to looking for them. Vocalists typically use high notes to demonstrate their singing ability, and we as listeners expect those exciting vocal moments. Singers who use their higher ranges are immediately perceived as strong and capable vocalists. And that leads us to our first problem. Well, the fundamental question we need to ask ourselves, isn't the ability to sing high a proof of a great technical skill? I mean, singing high is hard, so if there's a singer who can do that, they must be skilled. This is good singing, right? Well, not necessarily, because the fact that you can do something doesn't always mean you should. Rather than what the note is and how high it is, how the note is sung is far more important. Two things can be true at once. We can agree that singing high can be an effective tool in showing of talent and vocal ability. Singing like this requires a certain level of skill and stamina, that's for sure. However, the technique used here is risky and unhealthy, and you'll notice that especially when you have something else to compare. This is some expert advanced control. Most idols can sing like this, but we'll get to that later. The obsessive focus on hitting high notes makes us neglect other aspects and elements of singing. And yes, we can partially be responsible for that as well as an audience. Let's take Belle of Kiss of Life, for example, who is the most recognized and praised for her high mixed belts and whistle register. Impressive, but this is actually by far not the strongest or most developed part of Belle's voice, even though it brings her the most attention. Belle's vocal prowess gets to shine the most within her lower register when she uses her precise vocal agility and shows off her pearl-like vibrato.
On both of your sleeves. I can't just sit around and wait for my light to start. Get in the way. No, I still like you, babe. Not considering how I feel. And I know you had it rough growing up, but that's okay.
Even this
Fancy outfits and the sparkly words, but maybe lots of people out up at the doors. But I gotta remember,
effortless, seamlessly, gracefully delivered line tells us more about her skill as a vocalist than any of her pushed whistle notes or high mixed belts.
I'll wake you up. Let's talk that shit.
The high note obsession also makes vocalists like, for example, Jaehyun of NCT 127, Jongho of Twice, Rora of babymonster, and more seem less impressive vocalists than they really are. By focusing on high notes only and putting those on a pedestal, we lose in perspective and miss out on important elements of good singing. Dynamics control, the quality of vibrato, intonation, legato, musical creativity, and more. So one of the first things I've learned about K-pop is that companies want their idols to sing high, because it's of course perceived as impressive, but they're generally not too interested in training their idols to do so. That is an unfortunate paradox. Not a lot of K-pop idols have the skill developed enough to sing in a higher range in a way that's technically refined and safe. The problem of the high note hyperfocus is that it encourages idols to sing outside of their comfort zone, and it can also prevent them from strengthening other parts of their voices. This principle applies to many other areas. But in order to explore your voice and challenge yourself, you need to make sure you know what you're doing and that your foundation is solid enough first, not the other way around. In the name of taking high notes off of their pedestal and highlighting other important aspects of singing, I have prepared a little section for you to sit back, enjoy, and maybe even widen your horizons. Let's go!
난 널 떠날 수 없단 걸
행운이 따르는 이름 맞아 바로 내 목걸이는 너무 길어서 이 허리가 꺾일 거야.
Trying to get a hold of my emotions, but all that I know is I need you close.
Where am I? You know I'll be waiting for you. Oh, for you. So if it's real, then darling, let me know.
We'll fall wherever you are. I really don't hurt us.
Is there a conclusion to this? I suppose. While high notes like these do sound impressive,
Come on, show me the way to go some miles, yeah, yeah.
especially in the right musical context, but vocal technique is still very important. Those who can perform in a high range with skill and control deserve all the praise, because the truth is, it takes a lot of time and effort to master. The obsessive focus on high notes, however, is ultimately doing more harm than good. Quality wins with range every time. I believe if we take time to bring attention to other areas of singing that vocalists may excel in, we can shift the perspective, if only a little bit. And who knows, maybe even some producers will become less careless with throwing in unreasonably high notes in their songs. Fingers crossed. Or companies will invest in better vocal training. Yeah, that will be great as well. That is all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am officially out of my finals dungeon. I've passed all 9 difficult exams, so I am more than ready to be more creative and to live. But fuck neurology. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. For now, bye guys. I don't care and I like it. A to Z, you're my type, yeah.